Tansa Wealth Killer here, and we're back with Chapter 3 of the Garrence fan fiction called Blank Space. I'm sorry if I mess words up and I redo the sentence, but yeah, for those who've stayed longer with me should know how this works. But let's continue. Chapter 3 is called Day 3, Your Ideal World. So, let's begin. Lawrence had been practicing for 4 hours now, and a day had passed. He wondered what Garth was doing on the other side of that wall. He ran his fingers over the strings, making a beautiful, silky sound. He sighed with appreciation for his gift. He looked over at the switch. He hadn't talked to Garth in a while. After a moment of thinking it over, he walked over and switched it on. He was less hesitant this time. "Hey, Garth, how are you doing?" he asked, putting down his guitar and looking at the mirror. It felt like he was looking at the mirror. He was actually talking with someone face to face. He heard a groan from the other side. "This sucks, man," Garth said, his voice tired, as if he hadn't gotten any sleep last night. Lawrence heard the sound of something slamming on the ground. "These paints are useless. I tried to paint something on the walls, these horrible white walls, and all of my work is gone." Lawrence rolled his eyes. Garth was being pretty dramatic. "Yeah, that happens. Anything you draw on the walls disappears the next day. Did you get anything to paint on?" Garth was silent for a moment. "I got some paper, but I wanted to put some color in this bleak place." Lawrence could hear Garth pacing the room now. "Is that so wrong?" Lawrence sighed. "I've tried everything. Nothing could get rid of these haunting walls." He shuddered, looking round. Sometimes it felt like they were closing in on him, trapping him in eternal blankness. "Want to hear a bit of my guitar? I've been practicing." He smiled. He could practically feel Garth's spirit lift. "Yes, I would. Anything that will remind me of the outside world." Lawrence felt his heartbeat quicken. He didn't want to embarrass himself in front of Garth. This feeling was so new. He didn't know how to deal with it. The fear of embarrassment. He forced himself to grip the guitar to calm down, and searched his brain for a good first performance song. He thought about 2 songs, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or Stay With Me. He decided on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, because he had it down. He wasn't going to sing, though. Not a chance. Slowly and steadily, he started to strum the guitar to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. After gaining confidence, he started to pick up speed. About halfway through the song, he messed up the note. His stomach dropped. He hadn't felt like this before. Was it embarrassment? Maybe fear of rejection or sounding stupid. "That sounds beautiful, man. Keep going. My mom used to play this to me when I was little," Garth said. His voice was coming from near the mirror, so Lawrence scooted over towards it. It just made him feel a little closer to Garth. Lawrence continued until the song was done, and sighed with relief as he made no more mistakes, but also had gone a lot slower. He heard clapping from the other side of the wall. It made him blush slightly. It wasn't that good, certainly not worthy of applause. "Thanks, Garth." He heard Garth sigh. "Honestly, Lawrence, tell me your secret. How do you stay sane in here? It must have been awful your first few months. The walls just feel so... He searched for a word. "Suffocating?" Lawrence finished. "Yup, it sucks. When I was little, I relied on my imagination to keep me sane. Still do. I look at the blank walls and imagine the things I remember from when I was little." He closed his eyes, recalling the memories, like the soft grass on your feet when you run down a hill, or the soft baby blue of the sky that just brought warmth and happiness into your heart. He pulled out more memories, but decided not to speak these ones. The tears of your mother as she begs for food on the street, how they look like the rain that falls on a cold winter's night, how the cold nipped at your body as you huddled under a tattered blanket for warmth. as the stench of the smoky air filled your lungs, or perhaps the sounds of your mother's screams as you are dragged away from her. Lawrence felt tears swell in his eyes. There was a reason he buried those memories. He wiped the tears away. In other words, Garth, make an ideal world in your mind and pretend that it is real. Keep doing that until you accept the change of your new life, and how nothing in her ideal world will ever come true. With that, Lawrence turned off the switch, needing to be alone. That was the end of chapter 3. And it got a little sad in the end there. Poor Lawrence. Gone through some major shit. But anyway, like if you liked, comment if you like to, subscribe if you want to keep updated and all that stuff. Everything is in the description down below. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.